Hey, so I just wanted to give you a quick update as to what is going on in my life. There's a weather change, so I am wanting to hibernate a little bit more than usual. I have an injured ankle, so I haven't been running. I'm taking 2 weeks off so that it can heal. But oddly enough, I'm concerned a little bit about not running, but mostly I'm just like, I don't want to run because it's kind of, getting dark earlier and chilly, which is, it happens to me every time around this time of year. I just get like, I don't want to say lazy. I want to say more like a grizzly bear. I just want to kind of crawl into a hole and be warm and not do anything. But I'm working against that or working to combat that. Also, November is, of course, NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, so I'm working on that as well. And Jess Herselfable has put up some questions for other NaNoWriMoers on YouTube, and I want to answer those really quick. How many years have you done NaNoWriMo? This will be my 4th year. Have you ever won? I've won a couple of them. Are you a pantser or a plotter? A pantser is someone who writes by the seat of their pants. They don't make up any outlines or anything. And of course, a plotter is someone who plots out their story in advance, and they make outlines. I was a pantser until this year's Camp NaNoWriMo, when I sat down and wrote out an outline, and I realized how much easier it is to write an outline out so that you know what's going to happen. You don't get as stuck as often. So I guess I've turned into a plotter. I actually like plotting now. I made a video about it, but after I finished the one the one book, I went ahead and outlined the sequel to that, and then the sequel to the sequel. So I've got 2 books that I've got to hurry up and finish. And the last question was, what is your book about? And I get this question a lot, and I never really answer it. I write fiction, and most of my fiction is just daydreams that I've had. So, yeah, just fiction. And it is not based in the real world. There might be a factoid in there every now and then, but it's usually just, I don't want to say fantasy, because some of these books, they're just alternate universes, fiction, and they might have like one creature in it that is mythical, but for the most part, they're really, I think I'm rambling. But yeah, so I'm kind of at this point, I'm at a little over 20,000 words, and it's pretty early on in NaNoWriMo for me to be that far ahead. But since I'm traveling in November, I wanted to get ahead. That way, I would have less chance of getting behind. So yeah, are any of you doing NaNoWriMo? Or I know that there's some artist groups out there that are doing create art every day in November, which they take these little cards and they make um, drawings or sketches on these little cards, and it's every day of November. And so it's I guess it's not strictly for just writing. Um, I was just explaining NaNoWriMo to a friend of mine a little while ago, and the way I explained it was, it is for people who have always wanted to write a book, but were always held back by the thought that they weren't good enough. And in November, when you have to write a book in 30 days, that is at least 50,000 words, there's no way that you can write a good book. It's just, you're going to have to sit down and force yourself to write and worry about straightening any edges out later. Shifty eyes, shifty eyes. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. Um, want to go into hibernation mode, but need to get out there and run as soon as my ankle heals. Writing on my NaNoWriMo book. I've been to some write-ins, and it's been fantastic so far. We've had one uh, meet and greet, and and then we had a write-in shortly after that. But we're having our second write-in this weekend, and I'm pretty excited about that. I really like my writing group. They're a riot. And what else? Other than that, oh my gosh, I need some motivation. It's just the weather change, and it gets darker earlier. Do you want to hibernate? Are you in a place where it gets colder? I don't know if I could deal with snow. Oh, anyway, I hope you're having a great day. Bye.